What's up, everybody? We are at the CIVIVI Sencut booth here at Blade Show West with Kyle!
What's up, dude?
Oh, I'm so happy, man. And we got all the cool stuff to talk about.
All the cool stuff. Okay, so we got a few prototypes from the CIVIVI side and a few prototypes from the Wii side. And then obviously we have the hot topic, right?
The hot topic.
Hot
Put up
topic
that logo
sounds,
right here.
Everything, right?
Yep.
Okay, first of all, let's go over the big thing.
The big chungus.
Okay, the name of this one is going to be the Airy Peak.
Airy Peak.
Look at that.
Ooh, it's big. It's bad.
So we're obviously this year, we have a lot of fixed blades coming out. We're kind of focusing on, obviously just kind of diversing the line, right? In the fixed blade and folder collections.
Yeah, but like that is a fixed blade.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you have a Nitro V blade with 6-inch blade length, and that's going to be running about 142, give or take. I will say again, these are prototypes, so these can change once they come out to market.
yeah. I do like that we went Nitro V here because that's a nice, tough stainless steel, but it's not too often that you see stainless steels on 6-inch blades.
Yeah.
Which
No,
I think is nice. Especially if you like in the Pacific Northwest where it's always raining on you.
Yeah, exactly. And then as always, Kydex made in-house with a nice T-clip going on there.
Yeah, and if there's one thing I know about Wii Kydex, oh yeah.
That was nice.
Listen, you hear any rattle? That's the tag. I don't. That's just solid. Perfect. Love
Okay,
it.
then going on, I know this one created some like talk on the Instagram.
Talk, discourse.
Discourse, banter. Okay, so this is like a gnarly folding fixed blade, whatever.
This.
This.
It's like a fillet knife.
It's like a fillet knife, if you will. It's a Nitro V, so it is a little bendy. Like I said, these are kind of like in the prototype stage, right? So there's just some things that are still going to be changed with this, but pretty wild.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get I gotta remember the name. I got the tag down here.
Got
It's the Sha Shaka.
Shaka?
Yep. 5.8-inch blade, and then these will retail for a round 123.
Dude, that's pretty slick. I like that.
It's fun. It's super cool. So I mean, if you are into fishing or you do like that kind of like fillet-esque knife, then yeah, this is gonna definitely be something for the collection.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I once on a backpacking trip and we were supposed to fish to get food.
Yep.
And I packed a fillet knife and I had a whole sheath there. I'm like, well, I mean, we're backpacking. Ounces are pounds, pounds are pain. But sign me up for this. No sheath required, but still a very usable fillet-ish knife.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it can get it done. It's nice and thin.
very interesting indeed. Little switch here on the back to keep the...
Keep that locked up.
I like it. It's good.
Yeah, super fun. So yeah, I don't know when these might come out. Usually when we set the prototypes out, right? You can see these come to market within like the next 6 months or so.
Yeah.
Okay, next collab. Nice traditional take with Best Damn EDC, Taylor Martin.
Oh, Taylor Martin's got a knife?
Yep.
I gotta say, what? Taylor Martin's got a knife? Get over here, Taylor. He just happened to be right there when I screamed his name.
I was lingering so I could get my
Yeah, he was lingering to get his water. Hey, Taylor, tell me about this knife.
It's the Klingman.
The Klingman.
Yeah, so it was named after Klingman's Dome, which is no longer known as Klingman's Dome. That happened a week after we chose the name. I was like, you know what, we're sticking with
Okay, that means it's free, right?
it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. No, I wanted a modern traditional for a budget price. I looked and looked and looked and I couldn't find anything, and I had people knock my door down to design a knife, and I was like, all right, let's do budget-friendly, modern, traditional, like upswept clip point, very traditional-esque, and
But
that's what it
also,
ended up being.
it's got the little bit more of a curve there, giving you
It's
the
got-
ergonomics you never got on those traditionals.
Yes, yes. So I have the micarta one here.
Oh, he's got the micarta one too.
Nitro V, hollow grind, milled clip. We will be removing the reversible clip. There's a hole on the show side for a reversible clip. We're going to get rid of that.
Keep it nice and clean on the front.
Keep it nice and clean, and if there's enough interest, maybe we'll make a lefty.
I like that. Yeah. So my question for you is, when are we going to get topo on it?
I don't know.
One day. I'm sure
I have a laser engraver, so
he's going to get topo on his this week.
I'm just going to order a whole bunch and then top
Go do it
my own.
himself.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for sharing, Taylor. You're the man.
Thank you.
Cool knife.
Thanks, Taylor.
Thanks for letting me get my water.
Yeah, you got it, dude.
All right, so that's kind of like from the CIVIVI stuff. We obviously have a lot more things you probably will see on the interwebs later on. Okay, going on with a few of the Wii offerings. This is going to be a new one with GCO Designs. New sweet, upswept kind of like blade that we got going on.
Man.
The name always leaves me. The Epauletti.
I don't know. It sounds
Say that.
French. I don't dare speak French.
I'm sure it's like a shark, just because that's what GCO always names his some type of shark.
Yeah. This is what I love about GCO Designs. I don't know how, but they are so ergonomic.
They are. They look so they look like they're not going to be ergonomic. I have the black one in hand, and then you get it in hand, you're like, oh wait, this is sweet.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Like
that's
this is
nice.
awesome. Like either way you choose, like it's gonna just be awesome in the hand.
Yeah, and I like this with a very deep belly. I almost see this as like a folding kitchen knife sort of thing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like trying to mince garlic with that? Wouldn't be too bad.
And that sweet diamond pattern on the handle, kind of like a truck bed almost, right? So
Yeah.
it gives some good texturing to it.
And then I love the little pops of blue in the screws as well as these speed holes, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice work, GCO and Wii.
So 20 CV on the blade right there, and that will retail for around $290 about. So
Not terrible for a tie frame lock.
okay, this one right here will be the BRR 15 or the BRR 15. This is a new design with sorry, I'm confusing names right now. Rafael Bisy.
I have never
So
heard of this guy.
We've done a few designs with him
Okay.
for a couple of their knives. This one's a little bit smaller than his typical designs. Nice sweet Warncliffe blade, nice compact handle. So like the blade to handle ratio is awesome.
Yeah, so blade to handle ratio is something that I think is becoming a trend in the knife industry, and I love it because, I mean, if you're going to carry a folder, you want as much edge as you can get, and I love that we're trying to maximize that here. And one thing I really think is really cool about this knife that I was noticing earlier is we have a titanium bolster, and then when it transitions to scale, it immediately picks up as titanium back here. It kind of almost gives you a checkerboard-ish effect.
Exactly.
It's just nice to look at, but simple and nice to hold, and I imagine that Warncliffe is just a dream to cut with.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. And the fun thing is, right? Obviously with our Wii line, we do a lot of 20 CV. Kind of going off the norm here. We're using a lot of M390 in some of these new releases. So this one is featuring the M390 blade.
Very
Obviously
nice.
in this model, we got that kind of like gunmetal gray tie and that shred carbon or that marble carbon fiber.
Yeah, that gunmetal tie looks so good.
It's sweet. It just gives it a nice little rustic feel almost.
Yeah. Very refined.
All right, next bad boy is an in-house design. The Silox, and we went fancy. This is the fancy version.
Fancy, pancy, schmancy.
Got obviously Damasteel, but then also the pearl inlays.
I think that might be a first I've ever seen come out of Wii.
Yeah, I think it's the first time I've seen an actual pearl inlay on our titanium handles. So we got a nice, cool, like a double grind right here. Nice swedge going on, button lock, flipper, all the good things. Very classy, elegant knife. We will have other versions of this model. Obviously not so fancy, but I thought it was very cool to see us doing with the pearl.
Yeah. This is what I noticed when I picked this up. This is lighter than I thought it was going to be.
It's a big
like,
knife.
That's a lot of tie. It's a big knife, but this is, it's probably less than 5 ounces.
Yeah.
So it's going to be nice and pocketable, and that blade is just so big. And what a statement piece of a knife.
Like, that's elegant.
Yeah, I'd carry that. That's looking good.
But Silox Damasteel on this version, the normal version will probably be carrying 20 CV. And then, yeah, should see this within the next 6 months or so.
Very nice indeed.
Okay, so we kind of went over those prototypes for both brands. Now we got the what's the hot stuff, right?
The stuff that people are coming to the show right now to buy.
To buy, okay? We got the Banter with the crossbar lock. So same Banter we know and love, just with the crossbar lock.
The Banter 2 electric boogaloo? Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that's nice and smooth. And is this a new texture on the micarta here?
Yep. It's kind of like a cross hatching on that micarta.
Yeah,
So it
that's
gives
nice.
it a really, really good feel. And it just kind of solidifies that Banter feel in your hand. Because, yeah, you do have
Banter.
You have that extra little grip. You have that nice pinch of that crossbar lock. Like, it's It's good stuff.
That's nice. And
All right,
then
next on the docket, Zach's brand new design with us, the Yonder.
the Yonder. This one won an award at East, yeah?
Yep, Best Buy. So literally out of all the knives, Blade Show said, no, this is the best buy money can buy for this year.
Yeah, I like it. One thing I noticed is when I picked this up, I was thinking it was going to be a bit of a thicker blade, but it is deceptively thin.
Yeah.
And it'll probably slice for all day long.
And it's coming like you got 14C20 blade steel, 2.8-inch blade. This version is featuring that G10, and we have like kind of like that linear cut on the G10. So it gives it kind of like almost like a micarta look to it, if you will.
Yeah, but you're going to get the added strength, resistance to moisture, and everything of G10 from that.
Yep. You got a small deep carry pocket clip on the back, kind of like a shortened version, if you will. Obviously, Zach and Ben are great friends, so you obviously see some cross designing going on here.
They have very similar tastes as well.
They do.
And it's good taste. I like the taste as well.
Awesome reverse tanto blade, and then obviously some like hidden, like I won't say hidden details, but yeah, nice details. Obviously that little insert, so it can be reversible, and it just gives you a nice little insert, nice little touches there.
Yeah, I love it. And then keeping it Ben.
Keeping going back to Ben, the Baby Banter fixed blade.
Woo.
So I was talking to Ben maybe a few years ago or a year ago, and I was like, dude, I want a Baby Banter fixed blade.
You had a good idea there.
And
this one's
here it
nice.
is. And here it is.
Yeah.
So super stoked with this. We're using a Nitro V blade, so perfect still for a fixed blade. Small, very EDC. Super clean, tiny little sheath that we have going on. We do a different pocket, what would you call this? Belt loop, if you will. But you have all the holes on here, so you can kind of either do your dot and or like an ulti clip.
Or even go neck carry. In fact, I think Taylor Martin was carrying one a minute ago.
Yeah, he did one on like his backpack.
Yeah, that's fun. I love how I put this little bit of jimping near the tip. It's kind of slicey, skinny, hunting-esque.
I'm gonna grab one more knife.
Oh, he's got one more knife for me. Oh.
We were talking kitchen knives when we hit the Gavco. So this one came to my mind, and this is a brand new release as well.
Ooh, this one's the Hid, yeah?
This is the Hid. The reason it's called the Hid is because it's a hidden pivot. So you see where the pivot is, right?
Yeah?
Now, look where the pivot actually is.
Yeah, that's not where the pivot is.
That's not. Because with that massive blade and how everything kind of came together, if you put the pivot right down here where the pivot actually is, it would look funny.
But this does not look funny. It looks just right.
So we hit the pivot. So the pivot on the knife is actually right beneath the actual, well, this hidden or this faux pivot. So the pivot's right there to give you that hidden pivot feature.
Well, this guy's nice and kitcheny. That one feels even more kitcheny than the Gavco.
This is a very kitchen-esque design. Ostap Hill designed this knife. And yeah, like this is his chopper.
Almost like a Santoku sort of thing. Yeah, and I gotta get some garlic to mince. That's gonna be the new knife test. Is can it mince garlic?
Can it mince garlic?
Yeah, I like that. Ostap Hell, killing it with the designs lately. That's awesome.
So yeah, there we go. A few offerings, a few prototypes, the new news.
And I imagine this is just a drop in the bucket of what you guys are cooking right now.
It is.
There's a lot of stuff in the
I have
works.
a lot of prototypes always coming out. Make sure you guys pay attention to BladeHQ's website as well as our website as well.
All right, so we'll see you over at BladeHQ.com where you can find all of your favorite CIVIVI Sencut knives, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace out.